Another day, another chance to wade into the fray. But today's battlefield isn't filled with predictable AI. It's you, the players. The self-proclaimed tactical masterminds who confuse recklessness for strategy. The ones who blame the devs for their own shortcomings. And of course, the comment section comedians who think the same tired jokes are endlessly funny. Well, fear not, because we're here to dissect the madness with surgical precision. So hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Right, not like a good moan, is there? But before we get stuck in, just want to say I'm having a right good go on this game. Aye, it's got its rough edges, but that's to be expected with a live service game these days, innit? First up, this fella moaning about gun levelling. Blimey, is this the new Call of Duty? You want everything unlocked in a weekend? It's a marathon, not a sprint. Get used to it. Besides, gives you time to get to know each gun properly. You wouldn't expect to be a master chef after bunging a microwave pizza in your gob, would you? Right, pistols. Not more than glorified pea shooters if you ask me. Level them up? Who cares? You've only got yourself to blame if you're relying on a sidearm to win a scrap. Besides, sounds like they've given you most of the attachments at a decent level anyway. Be thankful. Spider bot? More like a squished tin can with a bad case of the jitters. I'll give you that. Clunky as a brick in a ballet. But here's the thing. A right good team will take that bot down quicker than you can say cheese and pickle. Just look down, give it a good burst, and hey presto, bot you on the fritz. Simples. Inconsistent shotguns? You must be new to the genre, son. Scattered death from the distance. That's the shotgun motto. Master it or move on. Besides, who needs fancy hit markers when you've got a pile of enemies gibbed at your feet? Different ammo types? You want a shotgun that snipes people across the map now? Get a grip. Escort with no overtime. Now, that's a bit of a balmy decision. Like a builder leaving a job half done. Still, here's the thing. If you're that close to winning with the cart pushing and they call it a day, you were probably not going to win anyway. You know. Hit registration dodgy, netcode causing confusion. Welcome to the wonderful world of online shooters. It's a right old game of whack-a-mole, but the devs are on it. I'll get it sorted. Give it time. And cheaters? Aye, they're a right nuisance. But they're in every game these days. Just report the blighters and get on with it. Look, all in all, XDefiant's a right corker of a game. It's got the right balance of shooting, strategy, and frustration to keep you coming back for more. Just take a deep breath, forget about the little things, and get stuck in. Right, some idiot on Reddit's having a go at Ubisoft again. Must be Friday. Let's see what this one's moaning about. Monetization mistake, he says. Aye, right. This bloke clearly doesn't know his arse from his elbow. Ubisoft's got a plan, alright? A right good one, too. 3 characters per faction, a wasted effort. Aye, because everyone wants to play the same boring bloke 3 times over. Variety's the spice of life, is it not? Besides, more characters means more opportunities to tell a story. Develop the lore. You want a bland shooter with no imagination? Go play Call of Duty, son. And these skins? Different textures and colours? You what? This muppet clearly hasn't seen the clobber they've got in the store. Robot cleaners with neon pink visors. Pirate ghosts with peg legs. There's more customisation than a Morris Minor at a car show. Honestly, these days, people will find anything to moan about. Ubisoft's doing the right thing. They're giving us choice. They're giving us a game with a bit of depth. If this bloke wants a generic shooter with a price tag the size of a small house every year, well, bless him. Me? I'll be over here having a blast with XDefiant. Multiple characters, cracking customization, and a developer who knows what they're doing. Aye, right then. Brexit geezer. Another soldier fed up with the meat grinder of spawn system. Is that it? Worst part of the game, you say? Now that's a right laugh. You must be new around these parts. Now let me tell you something, lad. Spawns in this game are like a toddler with a crayon and a government form. Chaotic, unpredictable, and guaranteed to leave a right mess. But the worst part? Pah, that's a fancy way of saying you haven't gotten used to the daily grind of this strategy simulator masquerading as a shooter. Think about it. You spawn 80 meters from the objective. That's a tactical opportunity, not a disaster. You've got a chance to flank the enemy, cause some mayhem, make them remember your name. Well, maybe a gamer tag at least. Now, that lot over at Call of Duty, Brexit, what's his name? That's a spawn system to cry about. You get blasted into a match like a sausage roll into a microwave. No thought, no strategy. Just open a prayer you don't get perforated by a teenager with the Twitch stream. So chin up, Brexit geezer. These spawns might be a laugh a minute, but at least they give you a chance to use that tactical mind of yours. Besides, if you think the spawns are bad now, just wait until they add the tactical hippos. Now that'll be a right laugh. Right then, so apparently some folks are having a nightmare because they can't stick every blinking attachment under the sun on their guns. Oh, the humanity. Now listen here, you min-maxing nincompoops. This ain't some IKEA gun rack where you can just slap on every attachment that tackles your fancy. There's a concept called, ooh, fancy one now, balance. You ever heard of it? Balance. It's this thing where the developers try and make sure the game isn't a total shambles, where everyone's running around with laser cannons that fire around the corner. Look, I get it. We all want that perfect loadout, the one that turns us into a one-man wrecking crew. But there's gotta be some limitations, some strategy involved. You gotta think about what you need, what your playstyle is. You want to be a bullet hose? Fine, stick a bigger mag in there. Fancy yourself a sniper? Aye, then an iron sight might be a daft idea, eh? It's all about choice, innit? You make choices, you weigh the pros and cons. That's what makes the game interesting, you buffoons. So sort yourselves out, stop your min-maxing nonsense, and learn to play the game the way it's meant to be played. Otherwise, you'll end up looking about as useful as a chocolate teapot on the battlefield. Alright, next topic. Apparently it's getting pumped full of lead faster than a ballerina in a pigeon shoot. Thanks to Banny24 over on Reddit for this wee gem. Why am I dying in 2 shots, he asks. Well son, have you considered not being made of papier-mâché? Oh right, you mean in the game where apparently everyone's packing heat that could level a small village. Aye, that's the state of online gaming these days, is it not? Everyone running about with weapons that make a bazooka look like a pea shooter. Look Davey, here's the thing. This ain't your grandpappy's Call of Duty where you could AFK behind a wall and still get a nuke. This is a fast-paced shooter. And if you're getting turned into Swiss cheese, it probably means your tactical nous is about as sharp as a spoon. One-shotted by an MP7 almost always? Son, are you playing from the bottom of a well? The MP7 might fire faster than a Scotsman on a payday, but it doesn't have the stopping power of a freight train. Unless you're cosplaying a Weetabix for body armour, you shouldn't be folding that easily. Now here's the real kicker. Maybe, just maybe, the issue isn't the game, but the way you're playing it. You know, like peeking around corners slower than a sloth on Valium. Or maybe you're using cover like a blind man with a dartboard. Dying around corners. Bullets not registering. Son, your internet connection is about as reliable as a politician's promise. Maybe it's time to upgrade to something faster than a carrier pigeon. Look, XDefiant might be a bit trigger happy, but before you blame the game, take a long hard look in the mirror. Are you using the right strategies? Are you utilising the maps properly? Or are you just another codename for cannon fodder? Now, before you come at me with your virtual pitchforks, this ain't me having a go. This is tough love intervention. You want to stop getting ventilated faster than a birthday balloon? Then up your game. Get good. Learn the maps. Stop playing like a headless chicken, and maybe, just maybe, you won't be mistaking this for a game of whack-a-mole with yourself as the mole. Alright, that's all we have for today. Let's be honest, analysing these blunders is enough to tire out even the most seasoned gamer. But fear not, folks. I'll be back next time to tackle a whole new round of strategic mayhem. In the meantime, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, the whole shebang. I'll see you next time, you magnificent bunch of...